Oh, um, I, uh, I really don't like this movie. As a matter of fact, of all the movies of the Disney Renaissance, this is probably the only one out of the whole bunch that I outright dislike. With only a few exceptions, and one notable exception, I just fail to be entertained by this movie. It's not terrible or insufferable, but man, it just tries to be something that it absolutely fails at. As a matter of fact, my thoughts on the movie can pretty much be summed up in the very opening scene. Like so.
And the greatest and strongest of all these heroes was the mighty Hercules. But what is the measure of the true hero? Now, that is what our story is about.
Listen to him. He's making this story sound like some Greek tragedy.
Lighten up, dude.
We'll take it from here, darling.
You go, girl.
See what I mean? It started out promising enough with that narrator's version of the story, which I would much rather have seen. But then those, whatever they are, take over, and instead we get irredeemable goofiness. And that's my ultimate problem with the movie. It's too goofy, and not the legitimately funny kind either. The kind that I personally cannot stand. This is the exact same problem I had with Timon and Pumbaa and the hyenas in The Lion King. Only, imagine they took those elements and made a whole movie out of them, with little to none of the good things. Oh. Well, what do you know? They literally did. Well, that's kind of what Hercules was for me. Just not in the literal sense. Like, I mean, it's just goofy. Like, it's just, like... One sec. I'm gonna look up some words that are synonymous with goofy. That could possibly accurately describe it. Alright, let's see here. Crazy, dopey, flaky, foolish, idiotic, kooky, nutty, stupid, wacky, weird, daffy, dippy, ditzy, dotty, empty-headed, screwy. Well, I wouldn't go that far with most of these, but, well, you get the point. I mean, take Zeus, for example. Like, he's the king of the Greek gods. He's the god of thunder. He's the big boss honcho of the badasses of Olympus, right? But look how they portray him in the movie.
How cute he is.
I mean, this is absolutely nothing like I would expect Zeus to be like. As far as I'm concerned, he should be more regal and dignified, kind of like how he was in Fantasia. But this? Like, once again, he's just too goofy, too quirky. There's absolutely nothing dignified about him. He's just a big, silly cartoon. Much like the movie itself. And as for the title character himself, I did not find him likable or interesting in any sort of way. Because, once again, too cartoony. And also, he's like, you know, the loser oaf dimwit who has to prove himself to everybody while still maintaining that loser personality of his and all that been here, done that bullshit that I have seen plenty of times in other movies. And having watched more Superman-related media lately, well, I couldn't help but notice a lot of the eerily similar things between this movie and Superman. Almost to the point where it might even be a ripoff. And even worse yet, Alan Menken has disappointed me for the second time now. Yep, he did the songs for this movie again, and I did not like them. No, I did not enjoy a second of any of the songs in this movie. And I frickin' hated the songs that were being sung by whatever they are. I guess it's just not my kind of music, but yeah, I did not enjoy the songs in this movie at all. Or, well, you know what, I take it back. There was one song that I actually did kinda like, and that was Go the Distance. If only because it was kinda catchy. It would be nice to say something positive about the movie at this point. And, yes, there are some positives, like I said before. Although this will be a short topic. First of all, James Woods as Hades is pretty awesome, and is the movie's main saving grace. And I think you knew this was coming. I mean, what's not to love about James Woods' performance? He's hilarious, and he just makes a great lawyer-type character. And by far the best scene in the whole movie is the Hydra scene. Why? Because in a movie that's loaded with over-the-top cartoony goofiness, this was the one scene that actually had some seriousness to it, and therefore actually had some semblance of tension. Well, that and the scene where Hercules tries to save Meg. Once again, nothing comical about it. The suspense is great as the, well, whatever they are about to cut the string to kill Hercules, and Hercules is like racing against the clock as he's slowly turning into a corpse. It's a great little scene that sent chills down my spine. Unfortunately, these few redeeming qualities the movie has are not nearly enough to save it. If you agree or disagree with this video, be sure to discuss in the comments section, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also be sure to check out my blog at The Critical Canucks at blogspot.ca, and also be sure to follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook, all that jazz. Links to all those are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you next time. Peace out, everybody.